All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between the Badlands Brewing Company, and they are out of Caledon, Ontario, Canada, and Blood Brothers Brewing, and they are out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and the Third Moon Brewing Company, and they are out of Milton, Ontario, Canada, and this is the Master Blend, the 2024 release. So this is a double IPA that comes in at 8.2% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review. This can is approximately 3 weeks old. I'm going to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a very good friend of mine, Sean, for this beer. So big thanks to him. Sean came down and hung out in the Buffalo, New York area recently. It was about a week ago. And before he came down, he asked me if I would like any of the canned beers from Badlands' 7th anniversary release. And I was like, yeah, I'll take whatever. And he's like, all right, I'll grab you one of each. So he grabbed me 6 different hop-forward beers from the release and $31 American. Pretty good value, just over $5 a can. I'm here for it. We don't get Badlands stuff here in the Buffalo, New York area, West New York, outside of like keg stuff. So the fact that I'm getting stuff from their 7th anniversary release, pretty fantastic. Now there's, again, 6 beers. I'm gonna review 4 of them on the channel. 3 are gonna be solo reviews. And then Sean and I are hoping to do a duo review of the only triple IPA of the bunch. We'll see if that happens. If not, I'll review it myself. And then the other 2, I'm just gonna drink off camera. And I think all of the releases but one are collaborations. And this is with 3 different breweries. So Badlands, Blood Brothers, and Third Moon. I've had beers from all 3, and they make some fantastic beer. They have a spiel here on the back that I'll read at the end if I remember. If not, I'll post it in the description box. But this essentially is a collab to kind of showcase their favorite hops from the prior year, or the past year, I should say. And they went with Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe with this one. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to crack this one open, get in the glass. I'm using the Motley Crue glass from the Bellwoods Brewery, so another Canadian brewery. And this is a beer, or this is a glass I don't use often, but I was like, why not? Just don't use it that often. I don't have any glasses of these 3 breweries, so why not? We'll just use it. I love this glass. You have the skull wrapping around, trying to grab the bell from the logo from Bellwoods. 2015, so old-ass glass, almost 10 years old. Give it a pour here. Yeah, it's looking like hop juice that a lot of people are familiar with. We'll do something like that. Oh, boy. So I'll say this, for a lot of you who are my American viewers, or even European viewers, like non-Canadian viewers, there's a lot of good beer in Canada and Ontario when it comes to the haze game. These 3 breweries, and specifically Badlands, Third Moon, and I like Bellwoods as well, but Blood Brothers, Missorum up in Quebec's killing it as well. And they have a collab. One of the beers is Badlands and Missorum, which I will review. But there's some fantastic haze. And I think like Badlands and Third Moon are like the 2 best in Ontario, at least from my Canadian friends. And as you can see, this looks like, some of the haze you would get from some of the American breweries. That has that milky kind of yellow-orange color, but more of like a more dull looking. Almost 2 fingers of a super creamy looking head. A little bit of soap sudsy look. It has like a little, like forming like a little mushroom cap on it. But yeah, murky turbid. You can't see through it. Hold it up to light. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of what you expect when it comes to these big double IPA hazes. Also, I noticed on the back here, I didn't read it, but I saw the top, it says a TPA, so a triple IPA. This is a double 8.2. So I think they've done this at least last year, because maybe the triple IPA was released last year and they just kind of copied and pasted, and it's an error. I don't know. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it's fucking great. To me, it's peach gummy rings. It's candied citrus. It's Starburst. It's Skittles. It's like a candied fruit. Peach, apricot, mango. Big stone fruits for me. Dank berry. Mosaic for sure. A little bit of like a sweet, like almost like a white grapefruit with a little sugar on it. It definitely leans sweet. Again, you can't smell sweetness, but this feels like it's going to be sweet on the palate. There is like this dank herbaceous kind of tone to it, almost like a little bit of like a resinous pine as well. Some pineapple I just got there. So I've said this recently, but fruit salad, fruit bowl, That's kind of what I'm smelling here. It's fruits for days, but I really like that dank herbaceous kind of like resinous pine character too. 3 months old, it smells like it. It smells or 3 months old, 3 weeks old, it smells like it. It's very vibrant and intense in the nose. Wow. This smells fucking dynamite. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Sean. Oh. If you're somebody who likes old school Simcoe, I don't know how you would not like that beer this beer after that first sip. This is delicious. Body's a bit thin. Let me go back and make sure that I'm not talking out of my ass like I usually do. All right, so first knock on this beer, a bit thin. It's like medium body, maybe slightly over, but I would like to see this higher side of medium for like firmly. A bit thin. Doing a blind, I'd guess like 7.5, so not 8.2. So the body's a bit thin. Mouthfeel, very nice. It has a mild to moderate carbonation, but it is softer on the palate. It's not like super creamy, but it's very smooth. So it's softer than anticipated, smooth. So mouthfeel is really nice. Body's a little bit let down. The taste carries over from the nose. Gobs of sweet candied citrus and stone fruit. Front of the palate, white grapefruit with sugar on top. Transitions into orange, yellow, and maybe even a touch of a pink starburst. Peach gummy rings, overripened apricot, and mango. There's even like a little bit of like a spicy mango skin. A little bit of crushed pineapple. There's a lot of complexity to the fruit characters, and I realize this, especially like when I'm editing the videos and watching back. I'm like, I'll be watching a review and I'll be like, oh man, that I'm saying a lot of sweet fruit characters. People are gonna think this is crazy sweet. That's what's kind of happening here. You think it's crazy sweet? It's not. Here's the beauty. Back in the palate, that dank herbaceous, almost like green, but a lot of times when I say green, people think hop burn or like the green astringency I've talked about. No, but it just has a green, like it's almost like fresh hops. Like the hop saturation is to that level where it's just like you got some hops and you're rolling them in your hand and smelling them. But in this case, tasting them, it just has such a bright and forward hop character on the finish. It almost has a slight vegetal thing going on, but it's beautiful because this finish is bone fucking dry. Mild bitterness, but very dry. There's even a little bit of that resinous pine kind of floral quality I was talking about in the nose. 8.2%, nothing in the chest, nothing on the palate. Like I said, I would think this is lower because of the thin body, but like alcohol-wise, you fucking get in trouble with this one real quick. I will say, a couple more sips I took there. A little bit of hop burn on the back, a very minute amount of hop burn, but it is 3 weeks old. In a week or two, that'll probably be gone. I'm gonna pour the rest into the glass and fucking in the glass lacing. Look at the glass lacing, like that's fucking fantastic glass lacing right over the skull there. I love it. Pour the rest in here, and then we'll give it a rating. But yeah, man, I wish a lot of my American friends who've never heard of Badlands or Third Moon or Blood Brothers could try this one out, just because there's some great breweries in Ontario killing it, and in Quebec and across Canada. Like Canada has a fucking great beer scene. It's funny because the aforementioned Sean, he would come down a lot, pre-COVID, and buy a bunch of different hype beers here, and you couldn't get much hype, like you couldn't get a lot of like the popular styles, like the hazies, the pastry stouts, the pastry sours, barrel aged beers. You couldn't get a lot of stuff. And then over the past 5 or 6 years, there's been a lot of breweries who caught up, a lot of breweries who started kicking out stuff like this. So Sean doesn't make the trek down to the States as much as he used to, because he can get local stuff. And by local, I mean, within like an hour drive, that, rivals a lot of the great stuff here in America. So this is fantastic. It's not like the best fucking, double IPA I've ever had, but again, it's fucking great. If this was in a other half can, or even I'll say it like a Fidens can, like something like that, I would not blink an eye. I'd be like, yeah, no, for sure. I just love that this has a good balance to it, despite the fact that I'm getting a lot of like sweet, juicy, and like overripened, almost candied fruit. It's not cloying. It doesn't lean crazy sweet. That dryness is substantial. And then the characteristics on the back of the palate. I didn't mention dank berry. Really not getting dank berry in the taste and the nose for sure. I'm getting dankness, but the berry's kind of lost. It's more of like stone fruits and citrus character with a little bit of tropical fruit. So not really any berry. So rating on this one, I'm not going to go like extremely high, but I'm going to go pretty fucking high. So the Master Blend, the 2024 release from Badlands, Blood Brothers and Third Moon, I'm going to give this a high, a low 4.5. I'm going to go 4.45. Random numbers, baby. But no, this is fantastic. So thank you very much, Sean, for all of the beers. This included. This is just really tasty. And I'm so happy I was able to get a can of it, courtesy of Sean. We'll read the back here in a second and talk about price and availability. So it says TIPA, a triple IPA. It's not. A double IPA brewed in collaboration with our good friends / hop selection partners, Blood Brothers and Third Moon for our fifth anniversary. I thought it was their 7th. I could have fucked up. I do think that they just copied and pasted this one. So the idea for this beer is simple: to make a master blend of our favorite select hops from this past year's hop harvest and display them for you on a bodacious triple IPA base beer. Incorrect. Hop with Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe, this beer tastes like inhaling straight hop matter into your olfactory system in order to select the best of the best for you, our dear customer. This beer is big, beautiful, and fruit-laden. So here's the question. It says double IPA 8.2%. Is this actually Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe? I mean, I thought it's Simcoe because of that big, like, danker, baseous kind of like pineapple thing. I have no idea now. I hope so. Regardless of the hop character in here and how stupid I am, because, you know, a lot of those characteristics can be whatever. This is delicious. This is definitely wrong on the back here. So I'll have to check Instagram and see, because I'm pretty sure this is the 7th anniversary this year. So they might have fucked that one up. Anyway, price point availability. Jesus. Just spilled shit everywhere. Price point availability. Like I said, I paid $31 for the 6 beers. So for me, it was just over $5 a can American. Probably translates into like $6.50, $7 a can Canadian. That's fine by me. This is fucking delicious. Like $5 a can, just over $5 a can. Yeah, all day, every day, 4.45. And the availability is Badlands. I'm pretty sure you had to get these at the brewery. I think you could order them online and pick them up. I don't know if they're going to get any distro into Ontario. We're certainly not seeing them here in the US. And if we do, maybe some kegs or something, but you're not going to see cans of it. So yeah, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it, because I think this is quite tasty, and I can't wait to get into the other Badlands beers. So I'm gonna have to again go to Instagram and see if this is the case with, you know, what maybe the hop or the hop selection is different, but this is, regardless of the hops in here, regardless of anything else, this is a fantastic beer. So huge thanks to Sean. Again, if you've had this one, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.